Good morning, everyone. I'm going to make a brief presentation on IOC Regional Committee for the Central Indian Ocean on behalf of Dr. Atmanand, who is the chair of this Iocindio. And we have 19 member states on this committee from the Indian Ocean region. As you are aware, Iocindio has been inactive for the last 10 years. Since 2006, and Iocindio has been reactivated in 2016 and it's back on rails. So Iocindio had two sessions, the fifth session in 2016 in India and also the sixth session in Kuwait. These two successful sessions of Iocindio has culminated into the development and adaptation of work plan for 2017 to 19 based on 6 functions of IOC as a contribution to each of them. So the revitalization has happened right at a time of strong interest as a number of international initiatives such as IIOE2 and UN Decade of Ocean Sciences for Sustainable Development in the Central Indian Ocean region, which has brought great opportunities for a reinforced engagement of Iocindio member states. Coming to the project proposals that has been developed and adopted by Iocindio during the last 2 sessions, they are directly contributing to various IOC functions. The project proposals of Iocindio, the first one is the effects of human-induced changes, ocean acidification, eutrophication, hypoxia, harmful algal blooms in coastal waters of northwestern Indian Ocean, which is contributing to the IOC function A, that is on ocean research. And coming to the ocean observing systems and data of function B, there is a project developed, ocean observations, coastal zone management, circulation and fisheries. Coming to the function C of IOC, ocean hazards, 2 projects has been developed and adopted, coastal vulnerability assessment for sea level rise and storm surges, monitoring with the responsible response of oil spill in inner open sea area respectively. So these 2 projects again comes under IOC function D, that is assessments and information for policy. In addition to these 2 projects, there are 2 another projects are developed, that is 2050 Integrated Ocean Policy Advice for Proactive Planning and Management for Iocindio member states, Blue Economy Business Opportunities in the context of climate change, adoption and disaster risk reduction. So again, these 2 of these function D falls into the function E, that is governance, these 2 projects. And coming to the capacity development, which is under IOC function F, Iocindio Network Research Infrastructures, Facilities and Human Resources Project, which is a direct contribution to this function taking into account specificities in needs and capacities of the member states of Iocindio. Coming to the activities of Iocindio during the last 2 years after reactivation, Iocindio has been contributed for expansion of regional and international partnerships and reinforced fundraising for the implementation of the Iocindio work plan. And IOC Secretariat has has helped in establishment of funding agreement with the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which is underway. So there is an Indian Ocean Science Conference that has held in 2018 in Jakarta. IOC UNESCO Perth Office has organized this event, which has brought again all the major stakeholders in ocean sciences and observations in the Indian Ocean region with a series of programs and meetings. So IOC Chairman and Technical Secretary has conducted a side event which has attracted interest of this program stakeholders in this region. And considering these limited resources that are available, out of the 7 projects which were mentioned earlier, 2 of them have been decided to taken up immediately, that is Coastal Vulnerability Assessment for Sea Level Rise and Storm Surges and Iocindio Networking Research Infrastructure Facilities and Human Resources. Also, new partnerships were established with BMKG, the LIPI and IIOT networks of institutions and experts and Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory at Columbia University. So other activities also includes Iocindio participation in IOC experts group, which was held 21st to 23rd March at IOC UNESCO headquarters. And IOC India Technical Secretary has participated and contributed to the workshop and made a presentation on IOC India networking, research infrastructures, facilities, and human resources. Partnerships with the Nansen Environmental Centers in Europe and Asia and Africa also established. And an IOC India side meeting was held during the Executive Committee at IOC Paris on 4th July. And IOC India has also contributed to the second of two regional workshops under the auspices of United Nations and assisted the regular process for global reporting and assessment of state of the marine environment, including socio-economic aspects for the Indian Ocean, including Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden and Rokmi Rikofi area, with two representatives from IOC and UNESCO Science Officer that was held in Doha, Qatar during November and December 2018. So this is a repetition. The second bullet is the representatives of IOC India together with UNESCO scientific officer supported as members of the working group for drafting the chapter 31 on the developments in understanding of overall benefits from the ocean to humans. The IOC India Technical Secretary was designated as the rapporteur for this working group. So coming to another important initiative, which is the IIOE2. IIOE2 Joint Project Office at INCOIS Hyderabad has developed the website for IIOE2, and it is well maintained during the period and has been continuing with endorsement of scientific activities that are submitted. A metadata portal has been developed to make oceanographic data from this region discoverable and widely accessible. And this JPO endorsed 31 scientific projects that align with the IIOE2 objectives. All these details are available on this IIOE2 website. And also IIOE2 metadata portal was developed, which enables actually search and discovery of metadata of completed and forthcoming as well as planned cruises under IIOE2. And silent features of IIOE2 metadata portal includes it follows the ISO 19015 standards, complete representation for metadata information, GCM designs keywords for controlled keyword search as well as spatial and temporal search, and it is a simple interface for metadata submission and update as well as search is developed. And we have uploaded the metadata pertaining to 6 cruises, as well as details on 16 expeditions. Basically, the cruise summary reports have been uploaded. The future activities of IOC India includes organizing a workshop on national and regional framework and guidelines for coastal vulnerability assessment for sea level rise and storm surges in the IOC India region during 22nd to 26th April at INCOIS. And another activity is setting up of web-based database of all oceanographic related infrastructures like lab facilities, research vessels, and their capability, etc. of the member states. And initial implementation of communication packages, including website for IOC India, also is planned. And IOC India is fully committed to the success of United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development through the mobilization of IOC India member states and partners, and active participation of IOC India chairman as a member of the executive planning group. And IOC India's 7th session is going to be held back to back with the workshop which I have mentioned in my previous slide. This is the workshop on coastal vulnerability. I think it is going to be organized during this period. And IODE is called upon to secure a budget for in line for development and implementation of IOC India work package related to data and information. It is only through such a contribution that IODE program would be revitalized in the IOC India member states with greater visibility. So the IOC India thanks IOC Secretariat for the support given to them for revival and furthering the activities of this committee. And IOC India Chair thanks Dr. Vladimir, Executive Secretary, and Justin for all their support and guidance. as well as the chair, thank the co-chairs, Dr. Faiza from Kuwait and Dr. Najar from Iran, and also Iocindio thanks all the member states for their support in reactivation of this Iocindio. Thank you.